Hi, this is Caitlin from Caitlin's Cancer Chronicles. The chronicle that I am chronicling today is treatment day. I had a friend lined up last moment, so thank you very much for that, Anita. Anita took me down to Brisbane to receive treatment for the clinical trial that I am currently on. It's AWT020, a clinical trial that's immunotherapy like Keytruda, only much more powerful. And one of the things about immunotherapy, and when I was on Keytruda, which some people are a little bit more familiar with Keytruda, immunotherapy can really play havoc a little bit on your joints and cause inflammation. So when I was on Keytruda, I had a bit of arthritis and I had mentioned it to my oncologist. My oncologist told me to take the maximum dose of Advil, which was an anti-inflammatory, for 2 or 3 weeks, and that always, whenever I started getting really sore joints, that would always solve the problems. When I started getting sore joints on this trial, I thought, okay, this is an immunotherapy. I'm familiar with arthritis caused from immunotherapy. So my first port of was to start myself on Advil. There's some people fishing over there. I don't know if you can hear them. And after a while, the Advil wasn't working enough. Mentioned it to the doctors. They put me on 10 milligrams of steroids. Anyway, prior to going down, I was already on the steroids. I was on the Advil. I was getting more and more joint and arthritis pain, to the extent that in the previous video you saw that Trent had friends around and they were having a rock band practice. Well, I was making coffee for one of the mums and I had a full 3 litres of milk, and I asked her to tip the 3 litres into the teacups. Actually, I wasn't making coffee, I was making tea, because I'm a tea drinker, not a coffee drinker. So I was putting the milk in for the tea. I couldn't do it, it was just too heavy, but sometimes I could. But yeah, lifting a pot off the stove was just getting too much. Holding saucepans, turning doorknobs were all really starting to hurt. So when I got down there, I made sure I told them all about that.
Yeah, I need to get one of them.
They're great. I'm just showing Anita my watch because Anita has just taken me to Brisbane and ready for my next treatment.
Yeah.
Anita gets me here nice and early.
Yeah, we're 20 minutes early, so we're having a late lunch.
Yeah, I'm having this really lovely toasty, chicken avocado and smoothie. So
I'm having a coffee to keep me awake.
Goes in the children's videos, YouTube videos, where they go 2 hours later. So there's a little break in between that video that we did in the coffee shop, and then we flick straight to this video of us outside where I just didn't receive treatment. Well, what do you think of my treatment? It was non-existent.
Yeah, but I thought the team were good and you were a VIP and
They
you were
were
treated really well. And
yeah.
We've still got a blood test to do.
We do, but I've had a few things. I want to, in a moment, when I've not got things, show you my hand. There was a bruise that started developing on the way down. Look at this, I've got so much left that. You see that? And then what else was it that they were worried about? Oh, the arthritis that I've been waking up at night. So they said I have to get more blood tests, and I got cancelled. So next week. So who knows who'll take me next week. So to fill in some of the details, because I was talking quickly at that point because we were just standing outside the Icon Centre where I was getting treated. My doctor was asking, I told you that I knew that I had to comment on the arthritis. Also, the blood test had showed that I wasn't doing so well with the thyroid. So I knew that was probably causing I was feeling tired and just not 100%. Also mentioned the arthritis. But I was also dealing with the arthritis, even though I had all of those things happening and it was very painful. I I was dealing with it, but I did know that I should mention it to him. And they were okay. They were, concerned, but, thinking about what they could do. But then I mentioned that I was waking up in pain from the arthritis, that sometimes it would wake me up, just the painfulness of it. And then he was like, no, that is not good enough. You shouldn't be waking up in that much pain. If you're getting woken up from it, that's too much. And so he was really concerned. He had said to me before about using endone, and I just didn't want to use endone. It knocks me right out. I definitely didn't want to do it during the day. But he didn't really say, oh, use the endone at night, because maybe I could have. But anyway, but what he did say is, I want you to wear some fentanyl patches. So at that point, he gave me the fentanyl patches. He wanted the pain to get under control, and then for me to come back in a week's time.
Let's not. Stop.
I was just saying, our families fall apart without us.
Do you know?
Emmy. Anita's like, no comment.
Do you know?
We're just coordinating after school activities from the traffic in Brisbane.
In the car.
It started raining. So anyway, this trip's all about being the talking. Oh, end of a long, tiring day. Oh, and they stopped. I was just about to give you a taste of the drums that were getting played. But yeah, I think I can tell this thyroid hasn't been going well, like they saw in the blood test, because I am so tired. And my two oldest boys, there's one there, are going on Duke of Edinburgh and want help packing and making lunches for their hike tomorrow. And I am really not feeling like doing it, but anyway, we have to. They've got to go in 6:30 a.m, so away we go. Ending up doing heaps. He's got diced bacon, and I'm just putting in 2 little packs of bacon that he's going to cook for breakfast. My sister got that. I've made all those rolls. We're ready to go. It's Thursday morning. Yesterday in Brisbane on Wednesday. I have not even put makeup on, but I am sitting at the door of the chemist waiting for it to open so that I can get my thyroid medication, because I need to have that at least half an hour before I eat. There we go, the doors are opening. And then I need to eat with my steroid medication. I'm worried about my steroid medication needing, oh my gosh, and there's all the people going in. Oh, there's Glenn, somebody I know. So yes, get all the medications. Man, there's going to be a lineup. Do I go and line up? Anyway, I'll stay chatting to you for a sec. Yes, so, and then I'm driving going, am I supposed to keep doing the steroid medication, or was I supposed to stop it? I put my fentanyl patch on. Oh, I'm trying to show you it. Oops, sorry. Can you see that little sticker? That little sticker is supposed to feed me drugs for the next 3 days. I have not woken up feeling great about all this. I kind of think, am I getting too much drugs? Anyway, I've just dropped kids off at school, come straight here. Woke up at 5:30 in the morning, because I've been waking up at 5:30. Which was fine, because Jonty and Trent needed to be at the school at 6:30 a.m. to leave for Duke of Edinburgh. So they're all left with their backpacks. I'll show you a quick photo, because I didn't have time to get a video. They left, and Alex dropped them up there. Alex got home, and then I noticed that somebody's trying to get out of the car next to me and looking very careful. Hopefully I haven't parked too far on the lines. I went up the hallway, saw the map, because they're doing this hike and they're supposed to navigate themselves. Saw the map on the ground. I was like, uh-oh, somebody's forgotten their map. Then I thought, well, I guess people will have their map. Then came back down the hallway and a compass was lying on the ground. So somebody is going to be severely incapacitated without a map and a compass. So hopefully he doesn't get in too much trouble from his teacher. And there are other maps and compasses to borrow. But for now, I need to go in and get this medication. I need to put my jacket on because even though it's spring, it's cold in Toowoomba. So I'm at home with my washing basket. Still haven't put makeup on. And yeah, I didn't get my medication either, because when I went to get it and I had a chat to the pharmacist about the medication and whether it should be in the fridge and all of that. Okay, I'm just sitting here doing edits and I'm not sure. Look, I still haven't fixed up that picture. I think I'm about to comment on that. Yes, the thyroid issue. I'm just realizing that I haven't been clear that one of the things that they were worried about when they cancelled my treatment was my thyroid levels weren't right, and they were a bit confused because I had been on thyroid medication, but they made me do another whole lot of blood tests because of they just were wondering whether things were changing, which they did. Got a child who's up. I'm editing, but anyway, I hope he goes back to sleep soon. So the thyroid medication, thyroid levels weren't good, and they thought that maybe it was because I wasn't refrigerating my thyroid medication. But I went home, checked the box, because I'm like, nobody told me about this, and that's unusual. Checked the box, and it said it had to be 25 degrees. And I'm like, well, it's been winter, so it's definitely been, hasn't been over 25 degrees. I've now thrown it. Good night, Jaden. I've now thrown it in the fridge just in case, because, well, we're getting 40 degrees days, and I thought, well, I don't want it to be my fault that the thyroid medication isn't working. But I think I've just spoken for too long. So that was one of the things I was checking out, I needed to get he just said, we're going to give you some new thyroid medication. But then they made a mistake. He was saying, well, no, it doesn't need to be in the fridge, but it does need to be taken around the same time each day. And I said, well, I was just waking up, taking the medication because I needed to take it before eating, and then going back to sleep, and then just getting up and eating and doing the rest of my day. So it was different times. So maybe that was playing into it, or maybe. But then my bloods were better yesterday than they were the day before, because I rang up the trial coordinator, not my usual one who's on holidays, but I rang up one of the other trial girls that I was talking to yesterday, and said, well, the script that the doctor gave me yesterday is a weaker script than the one that I had beforehand, and that didn't seem right to me. And she's like, that seems like a mistake. So after getting there, sitting, waiting for the chemist to open, I now have to wait for the doctor to arrive, and then they'll fax a new script through to my chemist. And in the meantime, my hands are really quite sore, and even just turning the doorknob was sore. Can you see that picture of the triplets? I really have to fix that up. Does that annoy people? I'm so bad. I just wish that somebody would come in and put my house right, because I did this family wall, and when I don't finish the job, That's been like 12 years. And then this wall really bugs me how uneven and unmatched all the photos are. When we moved in, probably 11 years ago, I'd left those 5 hooks to hang 5 baby photos on. I have not even printed out my kids' baby photos to hang them. I'm really, really bad. And they annoy me, and I still don't do anything about it. I don't know what I have to do to actually get the job done. It's the whole, like, I've tried to print out photos before, and then they, like, that photo there, that printed out the wrong way, and now it cuts off half the kids' heads. Anyway, let's just leave it at that. I've got enough dramas in my life, and this is probably what happens. I go, I've got enough dramas in my life. Just ignore the wall. Yes, I need just like to be rich enough to have an interior designer who just does all this for me. Right, I've just done a grocery store run. Toby's putting the trolley away for me, and then I need to go back to the chemist. Oh, it just takes forever. I rang one of the clinical trial girls. She said, yes, it's going to be wrong. Toby's back. My doctor rang back. Here's Toby. My doctor rang back, said he was sending me through a script that was double the size of the script I tried to fill this morning, and then I thought it was a mistake. Double? And then I went in today, and they had asked me, while I was sitting there waiting, she'd said, do you know their fax number? And I'm like, why on earth would I know my chemist's fax number? But I looked over and saw that they had a pamphlet. And I'm like, oh, she was looking for something. And I'm like, I just walked over, got the pamphlet. And then I'm like, oh, I've got the fax number for you. So then when I come up today, they've got no script. And I'm like, they should have faxed it to you. They said, oh, we don't have a fax machine. And I said, well, it's on your pamphlet out the front of your shop. So then I had to wait there for ages while they rang them. And yes, hopefully now it's all free, because I did see that an e-script came through. I am so tired as well, and I've got book club tonight. But I have asked Dad whether we can have KFC tonight. It's the boys, since it's just the triplets. Toby's spending his voucher from Christmas from finding Elf on the Shelf on lollies. Yeah. End of the day book club. Just have to prove that I actually did book club. I was actually really tired beforehand, and then people come and I'm like, talk. Don't hide, Dana. Dana. Sorry.
This is tired.
I've just dropped Trent at work. That's why I've got the beautiful Kubi Dam behind me. Lake Kubi, this side of it is called. One side is called Kubi Dam, one side's called Kubi Lake. If you don't follow and subscribe, please do. I'd love you to be involved in my cancer journey. This next bit is just a little bit of our family. The kids are doing cricket again, so back into cricket season. And here's Toby and Jaden. I know some of the Americans are a little bit mystified as to what cricket is. Look, I don't know all the rules myself. I've said a little bit in between little clips that might give you a little bit more of an idea of what cricket is, but I just love cricket season much more than I like soccer, and I really enjoy watching it whenever I can. So this is just cricket season underway, and Toby and Jaden just enjoying their game. Right, Toby is number 19. And there's 43. Oh, almost. Okay.
Oh.
We've got Toby bowling, number 19, and Jaden's the wicket keeper, number 43. So you'll see. Cool. So the wicket keeper is trying to catch the ball and knock those stumps over, and the bowler's trying to bowl the ball and knock the stumps over. And then the batter is out, but you see it's not like baseball because they put the bat on the ground. And that's what we don't want them to do. That was a 4 because it got out to the side. Or was it a 6? It was a 6, was it? Okay, it was a 6 because it didn't bounce before it got out. Jaden's waiting. Toby's out there. He's not batting at the moment. Okay, Toby's batting.
That's good, Toby.
Nice and safe.
Did you get caught?
It's Jaden. Okay, that guy was trying to get him out, but Jaden hadn't gone over his crease, so he was safe.
Wait, who's gone for miles? Huh? 43 is Toby, guys. I'm giving my diction now. Something's stuck on my finger. It was a perfect fit in that hole.
You're gonna run?
Felix is like a boys down.
Go on, boys.
And then
Jaden and Toby both on.
oh, what will my thoughts? If you want to say that, if he wants to say that to me, he might have a black eye.
Good hit, Toby.
Let's go, Jaden and Toby. That is
No.
last ball.
And that's how you get them out, unfortunately.
Go, Cohen!
You did well.
Good job, Toby! Last ball, too.
Try, Toby.
Oh, I don't care much.
Oh,
That guy was the king of wides.
right, boys.
And every reason why I don't like
Good running. If I saw an issue, they're saying was it?
You can't issue.
So I don't actually don't have it.
15 ones.
Oh, you are. But